Hey peeps, it's Jedd here from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're going to deal with a number pattern question, and with that in mind, let's dive straight into it. So they've given us this table, and they've said the first four terms of pattern A and pattern B are shown in the table below. And we've got position of terms, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got the pattern A, which is 1, 3, 5, 7. And then we've got the pattern B, 1, 9, 25, 49. Okay, so the first thing they ask us to do, determine a general formula for the nth term of pattern A. Now when it comes to that, we need to try and figure out what's happening in this pattern. Now what I can see is I can see that we've got a difference there of 2, a difference there of 2, a difference there of 2. So that means there is a first common difference, which always makes me smile. I don't know about you, but we're going to have 3.2.1, and our general term is going to be Tn equals, we're going to take that common difference, we're going to multiply it by n immediately, and then we're going to subs in 1. So let's subs in 1 to that n position, and that's going to be 2 times 1 equals 2. Then we need to ask ourselves, what do we need to add or subtract from 2 to get us to the first term in pattern A, which is 1? And that is clearly we need to subtract 1, and that gives us the general term, and that gives you a couple of marks with very little effort, to be honest, with very little effort. Then they've said to us 3.2.2, they've said to us hence or otherwise determine a general formula for the nth term of pattern B. So when they say to us hence or otherwise, okay, when they say to us hence or otherwise, let's always focus on this hence. Hence basically means use what you've just done. Use what you've just done. And let's keep that in mind. Now, so let's see what we've got in pattern B. Do you notice we've got 1, 9, 25, 49? The beautiful thing about that is it automatically triggers something in our minds because we've seen these numbers so often and we typically see them with each other. These are perfect squares. And what's even cooler about them is that they are perfect squares as a result of the number in pattern A. So what does that mean? That means that in order to find a general term, do you agree that the general term for this would be the square of the term in pattern A? And we've already got a general term for pattern A. So in 3.2.2, we're going to say that the general term in this case is going to be square of the general term in our previous answer. And to do a quick calculation or simplification of that, we're going to square the first term, which is going to be 4n squared. We're going to square the last term, which is plus 1. And then we're going to multiply the two together and double them. So that's going to be minus 2n doubled is going to be minus 4n. And that's going to be your general term. That's going to be your general term. Right. And then finally, we've got 3.2.3. And this one's a little trickier, but I have no doubt you're going to get this one right. They've said to us, hence determine a general formula for 0, minus 6, minus 20, minus 42, etc., etc. Now that's very strange. Those numbers, where on earth did they come from? So there needs to be a little bit of work and thought from your side to see where they've specifically picked those numbers up from. Now, if we look at the two patterns, that's a good place to start. They've given us 0, so let's bring in this pattern C, and it's 0, minus 6, minus 20, minus 42. Okay, as I've written those down, I've noticed something. So I've got 1 minus 1 is 0, 3 minus 9 is minus 6, 5 minus 25 is minus 20, and 7 minus 49 is minus 42. So it seems that this new term, or this new pattern that they've given us, is the first pattern minus the second pattern. Now, the beautiful thing is, we have found the general terms for the first two patterns, and what the third pattern would be is going to be the difference between them. So the third and final general term that we need to do for this question to get ourselves some seriously well-deserved marks is we're going to subtract the two general terms. So we're going to start off with the first pattern's general term, which is 2n minus 1, and then we're going to subtract from that the second general term. But remember, we need to include the bracket because there needs to be some distributive law that comes in 4n squared minus 4n plus 1. Now we need to use our distributive law, so it's going to be 2n minus 1 minus 4n squared plus 4n minus 1. And now we can simplify that by collecting our like terms. We've only got one square, so that's going to be minus 4n squared. Then we've got 2n plus 4n, so that's going to give us plus 6n. And then we've got minus 1, and that's going to give us minus 2. And that should be the right answer and gets you a good, well-deserved 4 marks because there was some seriously good thinking that was required to get there. Really good job. Thank you so much to our sponsor for making this video possible. Remember to read all about them in the description below. Also, head over to our website where you can find more of these epic tutorial videos. If you can't find the answer to the question that is plaguing your nightmares, send us the question and we'll respond with a personalized video and get you sleeping with good dreams again only. Until the next time, stay epic.